Okay, what do I do with my papers?
Hello? Hello? Anybody there? If you're out there listening, I'm working on my princess journal this morning. I have to fussy cut some pictures. Not one of my favorite things to do. Still working on this journal that we started last week. And right now I'm looking for my sticky glue. There it is. Hi, everyone. Hello, hello. Good morning, Ray. How are you? Good to see you. I'll show you what I've been doing. This is my first signature. Oh, I'm all right, hon. It's been a rough week, but I'm okay. Here's my frame I made. I've got to get it mounted yet, but I thought it turned out pretty good. My problem is my papers are not in any order, so I'm having to sort them out as I go. And yesterday I printed all day long, and I thought I would never, well, I'm not done. I still am not done, but at least I got enough to get started. And I thought I'd get these pictures cut out and maybe glued in and see what I need, what I'm left with, because I'm sure that I have some that I've missed. I'm going to do some trimming on this one so I can put it upright and maybe make a pocket out of it. Snow White's castle. Really need a blue. I think that'll look good with it. So what have you been up to today? Good morning, Carla. Ray, that's, what are you doing? Are you at work? That's no fun. That's no fun. Got to have some time to play. Oh, I see. Okay. Aha. Excuse me. And no, I still don't have a cough, but I got choked this morning. I was eating a piece of bacon and it went down the wrong pipe, and I've been coughing ever since. I understand. Is it buffering again? Hi, Amber. I wonder, is it buffering for you girls too? It is. Okay. Well, let me see if I can get my Wi-Fi on and maybe that will help. I don't know if it will or not. I turned off everything downstairs. I got to get to my settings. Okay. Let's see if maybe that helps a little bit. I don't know what's wrong with this. For the 3 weeks I used it and it didn't buffer at all. And now it's buffering every time. It just doesn't make sense to me. But I may have to just go right back to tutorials and try it that way, but I'm afraid they'll buffer too. I just don't know. There's something about this room, I think. No, I'm working in the Princess Journal just a little bit. I was cutting out some pictures and starting on some of the signatures, but I need to start on that journal now. I printed that list out, and oh my God, girls, it took 5 pages to print it out. And I didn't find a composition notebook. I didn't make it to Walmart because Tom fell in the store. And so we had to make a quick trip. So I just picked up, well, it's a notebook, but I'm going to have to do some covering on some of it because it's got holes in it. But it is what it is, and I'm not going back after another one. Just, okay, the wind interrupted my stream. So I'm going to... Oh my gosh, I don't know why it's doing this. It's got to be something in this room. Maybe the power supply here or something. I can't get this to go straight. And right now I'm making a pocket out of a castle picture. Well, I'll show you the start of my signatures. I haven't trimmed off my thin paper yet, but here's the start of my signature. And of course, I'm starting with Snow White because she was the first one. And then I made a pocket out of her castle on the inside. And I don't have a bunch. printed out yet for them. I'm telling you, I printed all day yesterday, just printing these books and getting their names on them. Because there's 14 signatures. So here's my stack of signatures, and they're all just... So there's not going to be a lot of ephemera in them. I'm just going to... I've got to print out some sheets about each one of them. And I'm going to do that and just tuck them in pockets. And then my I did some digital stamping on my paper, and it's a pastel, it's a light lavender, and I'm going to put a little lace on that, which will make it a little chunky, but I don't know if it'll work. And Amber, I got my frame done, and I've got to go to the auto parts store and get me a mirror that will go in it. They sell them in sheets at the auto parts store to repair mirrors, and they're sticky sheets, so you can just stick them on anything. And so I'm going to go ahead. I had a medallion on the front, but when I got this done, I pulled it off, and so this is going to go on the front, right around that where that medallion was, just like that. And so it'll be, because I wanted it to be the kind of like the name is Mirror, Mirror on the Wall, just to bring in the princess storyline. So I do too. I like it real well now that I've got it done. I wasn't sure how it would turn out, but I think it looks pretty good. So, and then I put some pink lace on the spine and put another little mirror there. And I just left the back like it was. I'm not going to do anything else to it. So, and I've got tracing paper stuck in here, but it has not been cut down yet. So I've got to do that. So it'll have one piece of tracing paper, and then I've got some, a sheet or two of old vintage paper that looks like this, similar to this, that I will make another pocket or two in each one. And then that's going to be it. And it's just going to have, I'm going to get a picture of each of the princes. And like on Snow White, I'm going to get a picture of the 7 dwarfs and, you know, cut them out and just dot them around, maybe make little circle images and tuck them on paper clips, do that kind of thing. So that's what I had planned, but I really need to fix this journal and start in on it. This, because it's going to be a job to do. Oh, I'm sorry, honey. I don't know what to do about it. Hi, Kathy. I'm glad you joined us. They say I'm buffering real bad, so I don't know how long I'll be on before I lose the stream. There's something going on either with my phone. All of the stuff is off. All of my Wi-Fi is off downstairs. I mean, my Wi-Fi runs constantly, but my computer's off. The TV's not on a Wi-Fi setting. Everything is off. And I streamed 3 or 4 times with no problem whatsoever. And now every time I do, it's crazy. I know, it's just crazy. I wish I knew what it was. I emptied all of the apps. I closed all the apps that was on, except for YouTube. I've done everything I can think of. I kind of think I'm just not doing it in the right format. Maybe what's causing it? Maybe too high of a resolution. I don't know. Oh, I'm glad you do, honey. No, I don't have steel beams in here, but I am by a metal window. But this is the room I streamed in at first, so I don't know what's causing it. It's just odd. Kathy, here's my mirror I was making for my journal. And so I'm going to put this aside though, and now that I've got all my papers stuck in there. Thank you. I can't wait to get it down with the mirror in it. I think it's going to look really, really cool on the front of the book. It's just, and then I can call it Mirror, Mirror, whatever. And I changed the spine up a little bit and added some pink instead of the white. I like it a lot better. It's just more like a princess, you know. That. Yeah, I'm ready to get this thing done. I'm just, it's been really mentally challenging because she doesn't want a little kid's book. She wants an adult princess book. She wants it about the movies and how they were made and that kind of thing. And I cannot get my printer to print, and maybe you girls know how to do it. If I'm buffering, I hope not right now, because I need to print some sheets in book format. And I don't know how to do that. So if anyone knows, please holler at me, because I really need them where they can be read. Well, with this, you know, I wanted to highlight, Snow White was the first princess movie. So I wanted to highlight the main storyline, you know, had to deal with the mirror. So I don't know that I've got that setting. Landscape 2 side by side. I will check that out. I have an HP, so I don't know. I just don't know. But I will check it out, because I have got I've got music papers. I have got the music from all the shows, all of them. And, you know, I just need to, I found this picture and I need to bring it down. This is Merida. And I absolutely love this image, but it's too big. So I've got to get in and get that down. Horizontal, then click on it and see if it drops down. Okay. Am I buffering so bad that y'all can't watch this? You know, if it's just a light buffering, I'm okay with that, but that, I don't know. Going to have somebody a little smarter than me look into this phone. Yeah, I buffer all the time, Kathy. I don't know what it is. Yeah, it comes and goes. Are you... I'm on a Samsung 8. Which I don't think is as good as the 7 was for live streaming, according to what I've read. But I did find the first ones. And I don't understand why it's just... Turn on your Bluetooth. Okay. I can do that. I think. Come on. Okay. And the Wi-Fi too. Okay. Okay. It did. I don't know. I started streaming at about 6:37. Yeah, about 6:30 in the morning before. All right. Well, maybe that worked. I hope so. Because this has been so aggravating. So, oh, wow. Good. 2 sentences, no buffering. Yay! Hallelujah. Okay, I'm gonna reach down here and I'm gonna show you. Oh, I've got more castle pictures. It is now. It's turned on now. Is it still buffering? Okay. Wow. I hope that's it, because I didn't know what to do. I did not know what to do. This is wood. The screen pixels a lot. I'm thinking that may be the settings that I'm on. Okay. I will check and see if I can go down in resolution, and that might help. I'm on the highest resolution. And maybe I need to come down a little bit. And I don't know if my HDR is on. Okay, I will try lowering it some. I don't think I can do that while I'm on, though. I'll just have to hold real still and not move around. Oh, girls, it's been a rough week. Tom had a really bad seizure on Saturday night or Saturday morning. Oh, great. Well, I will check that and see if if I lower it, it will help it. Because I don't think I was on that high of a resolution. And then all of a sudden it changed. And that's when I've seen the problem. So maybe I need to come down. But I don't know how to get into it while I'm on the camera. Okay, that wasn't it. That wasn't it. And I think that'll just take a live shot. Oh, it turned my camera around. There's my farm, girls. That's what it looks like out this window. I'm back. That camera didn't work either, as you can see. All that did was turn it around. So, I tell you what, I absolutely love it out here. I do. It's just quiet and peaceful. We get some traffic, but it's not bad. It's not bad at all. And I just love it. I just love it. But I was going to tell you, Tom had a seizure on Saturday. Yes, Amber, you do. I don't know what makes your camera flip up like that. Because you got it pointed down. Is that it? And then it jumps. It's turning from this, like I did. It's turning from front view to back view, or vice versa. It does. That's strange. Of course, I had that happen here the other day. But my camera doesn't turn unless I hit it. And I just hit that to see if I could get into the settings there, but it wouldn't let me. So anyway, I'm going to get this journal out. If I can find it. It's in one of these sacks down here of all this stuff I brought home the other day. Okay. The store I was at didn't have any regular composition books, but it had this one. And I thought, I'm going to cover every sheet. I really don't care if it's not just exactly the same. So, and I had it upside down. So anyway, this is what I'm going to use. This is, and it's got a few more pages, but here's my thought. Here's my thought on this thing. Why do we have to go with 2 pages glued together? Because I will probably use heavyweight paper. Yeah, that's it. I think we need to reinforce every page, but my washi tape is horrible. I don't know that it would reinforce it. I wish I had some masking tape to put in it, and that would probably work better. Some painter's tape. But I don't understand having to go 2 pages. Gluing 2 pages together, I think it makes the pages look so wrinkled and and you know, if I'm going to use for my backgrounds, because I don't want to paint in it. I really do not want to paint on this thin of a paper. So I want to use some of my cardstock that I'm not using up. And I thought that's what I'd use for my backgrounds. So I don't know that I need to put, you know, because that's going to make this paper a lot thicker. So I don't know if I need to glue them all together or not. It just seems strange to me. I mean, I could tear out what's left of this book and use it. Well, if they don't have a background, I mean, I could glue 2 pages together. It won't kill me to do that, but I'm just, I don't know. And the front, I have no idea how I will cover this, but I think I'll start right there and do that. 100 prompts is a lot of stuff. A lot of stuff to have to find. And girls, I got those books given to me in when I went to the flea market. My brother owns the flea market, and he gave me those books. I didn't buy them. Excuse me. I didn't buy them. And I don't see any reason why I can't use them, like she told me the other night. I wouldn't be able to finish this if I don't use them. That's what I bought them for, because I don't have that kind of ephemera or things laying around. I don't have magazines. I don't, you know, I've got a few, but they're more like quilting magazines or craft magazines. You know, they're not, yeah, they're just not really suitable for what we're doing. Some of the advertisings, yes, I could use, but you know, it's going to be few and far between because I've got maybe 5 of them, you know, and I bought those at the flea market. I looked at some Saturday Night Post the other day, but they wanted $3 a piece for them, and I just didn't have that kind of money, so I just put them back. But the books that he give me are just awesome and have lots and lots of stuff in them, and I'm going to use them. I'm just going to have to use them, and hopefully my partner will understand. Yeah, yeah. I just, you know, you yeah, uh, it would be hard to add, you know, a whole page of that stuff, but well, I hope so because that's what I'm going to do. Um, I really was upset the other night when she got to telling me all that stuff. And I thought, you know, what you don't know won't hurt you. And you're talking to people who have crafted for years. Oh my God. You know, I haven't really had a craft room and a craft place like I do now to be able to do this kind of thing, but I have crafted all my life. You know, I've worked with clay, I have painted, I have watercolored, I have done so many different things. And to be told that I was doing it wrong was not fun. So anyway, I just decided, you know, after a few days of thinking about it, I just decided, you know, it's my book and I'm going to send it to a partner and she's going to send me one too. And who else is going to see it? I don't have to post pages. I don't have to show them what I've done. You know, yeah. Uh, you know, when she, I didn't want to discuss this online, but you know, she's talking to seasoned people. I tried not to. I really did. I just, you know, it just really got to me. I was having a stressful time here at home anyway, and and I didn't heed my own advice that I give to other people. Let it roll off of you like a duck. Lets water roll off his back, you know. But that night, I just left because I thought it's better because I'm not going to be nice if I stay in here. I'm not going to be nice, and I didn't want to be ugly on the live stream. I did not want to do that. I did not want to disturb her live stream. I did not want them to keep from having fun. And what I did is I backed out and then I just lurked and watched what she was doing and the other things that she was saying. And that worked for me. You know, so hold on just a minute. I'm going to go get a book of paper and see what I can do with this. Okay, I brought several. Have no place to set them, but I brought several. I also brought this. This would help stiffen the spine. What? Okay, I have to go and pick up a delivery real quick, girls. I'll be right back. I will be right back. I've got to sign for a package. Okay. I'm sorry, honey. Actually, that goes to my son down here. Uh, you know, because he is the one that's on the LLC, not me. So it should go. Okay. Okay. There, I don't, I don't know what he's gonna do with it, but because, you know, if he lets them go, he lets them go. I can't fight it all, you know. So, okay, honey, thank you. Well, anyway, got that. Okay, I will be right back. You stay off your feet as much as you can. Okay, girls, I'm back. Had certified mail that was actually supposed to go to my brothers. Not my brothers, but my sons. So I refused it. Told him, take it down there where it belongs. I can't do anything about his business. So, anyway, I was thinking about, oh, I don't know if that'd work or not, adhering this file folder around it, and maybe it would help keep it firm. Give it another little support in the back. I don't know if I like it or not. I love the file folders, but I don't know if I like the way it looks. I think that's what I think. I don't think anybody's going to care. You know, it's the art, the way everything's done, and yeah, and there's so much stuff going on right now. I was going to tell you, Tom had a seizure on Saturday. Lasted over 7 minutes. And then after a while, he got to feeling better. And he said, can we go out, Mom? And I look horrible today, girls. I have barely even combed my hair. I said, yes, let's get out of the house because it was a beautiful day. We went to the store. Well, we went to the flea market first. And he was comfortable in the flea market. No problems there. And then I decided I would go over to a little store there in a small town that I go to shop and where the flea market is. And I said, and they've got a Walmart and a dollar store and all the stuff over there. But I said, let's go to Modern Variety, and it's a five and dime store, and some things are a little higher, but not much. And it's real, it's just hometown friendly, and I love to shop at the locally owned businesses. So we went in there and we were heading down the first aisle, and Tom tripped and fell. He hurt his hip, he hurt his arm. Not bad enough to stop, but it's bruised. And he didn't want to stop and he didn't want to go home. So we went ahead and we bought our stuff. And then we come out, and he said he was hungry. So I took him out to eat. And Lord, I mean, the boy packed away the food. But we made it through the rest of the day fine. And yesterday he went out and he decided he would clean on the yard. And he worked out in the yard, and it was a beautiful day again, but it was hot. It was about 80 degrees. And he came in last night and he took a shower and was fixing to put on his pajamas. And somehow he tripped trying to do it. And he did a head first somersault across the floor and landed on our hearth. And he has the biggest knot right here on his head, and it hurt his knee. So it has been very stressful this last week. And so I just had to step back, kind of gather my strength back up, kind of take stock in what I was doing. And I don't know. I come up here because I wanted to have my own private place to craft. And now I'm afraid to leave him downstairs by himself. So I'm about to take all of this stuff back downstairs and empty my bedroom and put a twin bed in there and fix me up a little craft area in the bedroom and see what I can do. Because I may leave my sewing room up here, but all the craft stuff I'm thinking about taking to my bedroom. And I don't have a very big bedroom, so it's going to be a lot different to be crafting in there. And but I do have a bay window where I could set the bed, and that would push it out of the room just a little bit and give me a little bit more space. And if I cleaned out some of the closets, I could make shelves in there for some supplies. And I could do that. If I took my winter clothes out, I could do that simply by bringing them upstairs. So I'm thinking real serious about it. I have a queen size bed, and it's just me in it. I don't have to have a queen size bed. Hi, Susan. Well, that's just exactly, I wanted this spot for me. I said this was my happy place. And then the kids started coming up, and Tom started coming up and down, and he wanted his living room fixed back up, and he wanted this and that. And I said this morning, I need a place where I can go and I can just be me and don't have to be mama, don't have to be grandma, don't have to be all the other things that I have going on in my life, which I love being. But sometimes there's got to be a little me time, and the crafting makes me happy. And this is what I'm going to do, and I'm not going to give it up. I am not going to give it up. So, that's where I'm, that's just kind of where I'm at. And right now I'm sitting in a room that was set up for sewing, and I've had to combine the two, and I've just got stuff just cluttered all around me. So if I'm going to be cluttered up, I can be cluttered up downstairs in a room with a door on it, but where I can hear him if he falls, because I have to be aware of that if he is. And I wanted to get a baby monitor, but I never did do that. I see my little one sneaking up the stairs. Do you see her in the doorway? She's peeking around the door. You better you better come in and say hello. Come on. They said peekaboo. They said peekaboo. Come on out. Why are you being shy this morning? Come on. Silly girl. She's gone back downstairs. Okay, what did I do with them paper pads? Only brought 3 over here and laid them down. Oh, they're on the trash can. She is so cute. She's my silly one. So, I don't know if I've got enough stuff left in this one to do anything with. I got 2 of those. Hi, this might work. Hi, Annabelle. Can you say hi to him? Say hi to everybody. There's Kathy and Amber and Ray and she said, hi, doll baby. I love your name. She likes your name. What are you chewing on? Don't chew your brother's Legos.
I don't like this. Like this.
Well, don't leave it like that then. But don't chew on your brother's Legos.
I don't like them.
Now, Susan said, hi, sweetie. You are beautiful.
My name is Blueberry.
It's what?
Blueberry.
Blueberry. Her name is Blueberry now.
No.
No. No, it's not Blueberry. What do you think about pink, girls? Yay or nay? Amber said, hi, sweetie. I've been watching Tina, you know, who does Starting Over, and she does a lot of shabby chic. So I kind of think that might look good for it. And I have 2 pages of it because it'll take all 2. And if I can get it lined up around that spine, I can mark that.
I just did this glue top off.
You can't get that glue top off. Did you leave it open?
No.
Hi, Carla. I think we may got some of the buffering better. Oh, one of the things I told Rebecca from Dancing with Pitbulls that I would do a trifold pocket. She did some rolled over out of scrap paper. Let me see if I can show you what she's done in case you didn't see it. She had paper like this, and she trimmed it off to about that size, folded it in half, and then she took a piece of dyed paper and our music sheet or whatever. And she put it, cut it off short, and she put it over the top. She had a little longer. Let me try this piece. She put it over the top like this. And then she had a new stapler that had the little, I don't have, so I'm just going to go ahead and use regular staples. And she gave it 2 little staples. And she made a little tuck for journaling. Now, I've done this for years. But with mine, I fold it there. And then I fold it back up again. And I usually, this is going to be too short, but I usually have a button here. And when I fold it back up, I tuck it in under the button. And that holds the paper. And then it can go into a smaller tuck. You can leave it long if you want to, but it folds it up and it lets it go into a smaller tuck. So I called it a trifold, and it's really not a trifold. It's more of a double fold, but you just stick a little button on it like this, and that paper will hook right in under that button, and then you just can pull it down and go to journaling on it. And that way you don't have it to have as much on the top. You can have a piece of lace. You can you know, you can wrap a little piece of lace around it like this. And sometimes I've used pins. This is a big pin, but sometimes I've used pins like this, and then they will tuck underneath the pins too. So then you've got, you know, you've still got a tuck spot, and it makes real pretty little embellishments. So I told her that I would be online today and I would try to make one for her, and I had forgot that. So I really need to do that before I go off and show her how I make them. And like I said, I told her they were a trifold, but they are not. They're just a double fold. I just misspoke. And of course, you know, I put it on her line, and she said she would love to see them. So I'm going to show them to her. And or I told her I would be on today to show them to her. And so when I get these papers cut off, these would be excellent to use, because you just use. I know. I'm not doing that 100. I'm not doing that 100 thing challenge. Well, no, you know, and not buy. I can't. I don't have enough crafting stuff to do that right yet. So I'm going to let that one go by for a while, and I'll probably get to where I need to. I do, though, want to make some Franken papers and some Franken tags. I love them. I love that. You're afraid they'll go out of business without you, honey? Okay, I'm gonna glue this down. I've made my decision that this is gonna be my front. Of course, I've tore it already. And of course, I didn't fold it straight, but I can fix that. I just make it have a little bit more over there.
Here's his brown crown. This is his brown crown.
That is cool. You may show it to him?
I already did.
Can you see her man here? She made him a crown. She's quite crafty. I'll tell you what, she does lots of stuff. And I have lots of paper for you right down in here to craft with too. Remember? Even a big dog. Okay, all of this stuff is for you.
This.
Here.
This
This is for you. This is for you. You can glue on them. You can do whatever you need to do.
Hey, how many papers I need?
Well, I don't know. We're going to have to get you a box.
Okay, I need this.
Rebecca wouldn't give you a pass? Did she get on to you for buying that book or getting that book out of the recycle center?
This blue and then my marker.
I would have grabbed that book, Amber. I'm telling you right now. And you didn't buy, you saved. That's a whole different thing. That's a whole different thing. Okay, I'm going to use my tape on this. And, you know, I may be going about this wrong. Maybe I should put that to the front and just go
Did you?
to the black.
Did you?
What?
Please make me a brown currant. You know, brown heart.
A brown heart?
Yeah.
Okay. Got something. There you go. You're welcome. Okay. I changed my mind about the direction that was going, but I'm going to use tape. And maybe a little glue, but putting tassels on these books are not going to be real easy without having any wire or anything to put them on. Are you just going to send it? Well, that may be what I do. I am out of ribbon. I've got lace, but I am out of ribbon bad because I've made so many out of my ribbon. And, okay, get a hold of that. Okay, I'm going to burnish this down. I got to show you my thing I use for a burnisher. Can you see this? This is a Fuller Brush letter opener that I have had for years. And it is just really working out well in my craft room. I used to do a lot of it. I missed something there. What book, honey? Oh, they're the best products in the world. I may have to do a beaded one. If I can find my beading needle.
What are you doing?
Honey, I'm putting tape down on this book. Yeah, so I can cover it. And the girls can't see what I'm doing, but we're chatting while I'm...
Who is this one?
Who's that one?
As you said, at that other part.
The other part?
Yeah.
The lion and the king?
No.
The princess and the king?
No, have 3 cats and 2 dogs.
3 cats and 2 dogs?
Yeah.
Who does that? Who has 3 cats and 2 dogs?
I don't know.
I'm not good at tassels. I am not. I could make them, but they don't really look all that fantastic. And the one Danina has is very pretty. She really done a good job making that.
Dogs.
Or somebody did.
This is Taffy's. This is Taffy's paper.
That's Kathy's paper?
Yeah, and that's her smile.
Aunt Kathy? Oh, wow. Cool. Well, we'll have to go see her. You will have to go see her. Kathy on here says she has 2 dogs and a cat. Could it be hers instead of Aunt Kathy's? It could? All right. Did you show it? Did you hold it up? Hold it up. And Amber says she has a dog and a hedgehog. Ah, yeah, you're covering Granny's face with it now. Is that your grandma?
No.
Carla gave you an A++.
What's that freaking say?
A++, that means it's excellent.
I'm not doing it.
She got embarrassed and she's gone downstairs.
Hey, and my daddy is taking a shower.
And she'll tell you anything that you don't really need to know. Like my daddy is taking a shower. I never know what's going to happen. I know. It's funny. I can't get all this tape loose, girls. If you wonder what I'm struggling with, it's this stuff. And I'm not using that for nothing. I'm throwing it away. Girls, did you see? Yeah, she's had that in the house for several days now. And it's broke all to pieces. Okay, got that side finally. Finally. Got that one done. Now, put this side on.
Look, I found.
What have you found? Oh, she's found a jewel.
That was on my foot.
It was on your foot. It stuck to your foot?
Kick it through.
Well, no, honey, you can't, and I can't move over. I've got too much stuff on the floor. Am I still pixelating a lot? Did you hear that? No umbrellas open in the house. It's not good to have an open umbrella in the house. Need to close it. Okay, they seen it.
This was on the floor, Gigi.
It was?
Yeah. Mama,
Well,
put it right here.
put it up here on the desk. We know where it's at.
No,
Oh.
that's mine.
Oh, it is.
It's for him. I would glue
Uh,
it onto
I don't have any duct tape right now, so I'm not going to do it for a while.
this.
And you know, I'm trying my best not to spend a lot of money right now because just can't. I've spent so much, and with Tom doing what he's doing, I'm not sure when he's not going to be
Flying off, Gigi.
down.
Gigi, but it's not flying off.
All right.
But
So
I can't put
I'm
glue
just-
on it.
well, I've got some clear tape. I think I may run some clear tape over these holes so they don't poke through. It's packing tape, but if I can find the end of it. Yeah. I had some real pretty. I had some white, but I used a lot of it, but I used it up. So, and I can buy it at the dollar store, and it's not bad, but okay. That ought to help that a little bit. This stuff's not very thick because it's a dollar store buy too. But I was hoping that Sybil might get to come on for a little bit, but she sent me a message this morning saying that she was working in her garden and had some more things to do. Oh, wow. That's cool. I'm going to try making some, but it won't have marble dust in it. It'll have to be made out of the baby powder. And yeah, I know. That's cool. That's all should be usable. All that stuff that people send you, you didn't ask for it. You didn't buy it. You know, the purpose is to use up the stuff you've got, but you know, you got to use that up too. So the top of my glue just fell out, so I'm at the end of the stick glue. When it gets down like that, I stick this thing in it and I dig that out and I just smear it on. It's going on right down the center of my paper. Yeah, there's a lot of glue left in there. Got to kind of watch the time. I've got to take Tom to the doctor at 2 o'clock this afternoon for a blood test. And it's not that far away, but Carla, did you join that swap on Deanna's? Are you in it? Carla, did you join the swap of the scavenger hunt? Well, I know you did because you talked to me about it. And so... Well, it's going to be quite something to do if you're doing other things at the same time. It's going to be I couldn't believe I printed off 5 pages this morning of just the prompts. I was, 50 was okay. 100 is wild. Pull that one out first. Okay. Did you close up your umbrella? Now, Amber, if you're giving away journals. Sure, I do. Would love to have one. But I would be willing to pay for it. Well, that depends. That depends. I watched you do your, oh, girls, I've stuck that down and it's not even, and it's going to stay that way because it's going to rip it. So I'll have to do something in the top because I missed it. I missed the mark. I mean, I miss the Marlborough. So, when you do something like that, I guess then is when you get real creative with lace. Put a little lace around it. Let's see, where's my lace? Whatever I do is going to have to lay pretty flat. What's that, honey? No. Did you send me one? Okay. I didn't get anything Friday. I'm trying to think. Huh. Well, I don't remember. I got a package. But it wasn't, yeah, it was from a store. It was bird ephemera, which was horrible. I would never buy from that woman again. It was horrible. It was bird pages, more text than it was pictures. And it was all seabirds or strange birds that were not pretty. Well, I didn't get it yesterday, and I didn't get it this morning, but I bet I do tomorrow. I bet I do tomorrow. Okay, I'm going to put a little lace on the top and the bottom of this book. You know, I've gotten my stuff in pretty good time, so I've left that open. Yeah, that would worry me because it's not cheap to send this stuff out. But I thank you, Kathy, that you thought of me. That's very sweet. Did you see in Nanina's, I don't know, remember who posted it. It may have been one of you girls. Did you see how much they charge for those envelopes? $7 a piece. That's postage, isn't it? I mean, it only cost me $7. I know. And that's what I'm going to do. I'm not going to pay that. I'm going to go to the dollar store and get me a manila envelope, and that's how I'm mailing this. Because I mailed a box to Australia to a friend of mine that has been friends with me for several years. She wanted to start journaling. So I had some extra papers and stuff that I had done. And so I sent her some of those papers and some lace and, just stuff that I had. It wasn't much of anything. She's also a stamp collector. So I sent her a stamp that my husband had kept for years and was a commemorative stamp for World War II. It was not a postage stamp. It was just a commemorative stamp. And so I sent her that. Not much anything. And it didn't cost me but $13 to send it to Australia. And it was a box. And these envelopes were sending out for the swabs. What killed me is I sent out a big, a pretty good sized package for the first one on the flock, the stuff that we were supposed to send. I actually sent out a pretty good sized package, and it only cost me $13 to mail 2 of them the exact same size, and they were big. And I mailed 4 ATCs, and it cost me $3.75 to mail those 4 ATCs. And them cards, I made them on playing cards. So that was strange. And oh, girls, I've been staying up and watching Teresa Brady. I think that's her last name. I've been watching her craft and do her papers on her jelly plate. And she is so amazing. And if you haven't watched her, she goes on late at night. But if you haven't seen her, check her out. She is well worth watching if you're going to even think about doing the jelly plate, because she really seems to know what she's doing. Okay, there's my front. I may put some lace down this side, but I'm not sure. I just put some lace around the bottom and the top. Teresa Brady, I believe it's Crafting with Teresa. I believe. I'll tell you what, I've made a mess out of this. I have made a mess out of this. I'd rather talk than craft, and I can't watch and do both. And I would much rather talk. As if you all didn't know that by now. Okay. I should have laid it down and just sewed it on. It would have been easier than trying to use this glue. How come it always is when you really, you want to put something together and you want to do it fast, it always turns out bad. It's like, yeah, I'm not going to work. Don't push me. Don't push me. I don't like it. I think it's crafting with Teresa, and she has a new video out that is late night crafting with Teresa, and it's Tereasa. On the phone, I can't go look in the files and do anything like that like you can on a computer. I have to just sit here and try to do all that from memory, and Lord girls, my memory is not too good. Okay. That looks a little bit better. Get a little on the sides. Did you find her? Teresa B? Is that okay? Okay. I didn't know if she used her last name on there or not, but okay. Think that's good enough? If I knew how to put a moderator in here, I would put somebody in that could do that. But the trouble is I can't do that on my phone. I can do it on the computer, but I don't think it carries over to my phone. I don't know. Because I sure don't care if you post links in here. Okay, now something for the back. I love to watch her do the jelly plates, and she is so soothing to listen to. She's not like me. She's not real wild, doesn't talk a lot, doesn't, So she talks, but it's very easy. And am I buffering out again? I'm on my phone. I know how to do it in the computer, but I don't know if it'll transfer over to the phone. Yes, she is. Okay, I found it. Have I been buffering real bad? Pixelating still real bad? If I had a camera on my computer, I would do these downstairs. Yes, on pixelating. It would transfer over to my phone, you think? I would love it if it would. I've been trying to hold real still, but you know, I still need to move once in a while, but I'm hoping that it doesn't do it really bad. Okay, well, it is. It's on the same account. So I will try that. And because we've been getting some, you know, some trolls in some of these little odd, well, the smaller live streams. Okay. Bye, Kathy. That's no fun. To go clean house, to get off to go clean house is just no fun. Oh my gosh. Have fun, honey. Thanks for coming in. Last thing I want to do is clean house. I'm going to have to, but I don't want to. You want to and can't to clean house? Yeah, well, I have a hard time doing it too, honey. It got so hot yesterday, and I didn't want to turn on the air. Oh, you want to trade? You'd trade me places? I had to, I climbed a chair. I climbed up on a chair. And it scares the devil out of me to get up on a chair anymore. I've seen too many hurt by doing that. It sure does, Amber. It sure does. Oh, Susan. Yeah. Any kind of remodeling is a mess. Well, honey, I have pain all the time, so I understand. I probably don't have your type of pain, but I have fibromyalgia, and so I have pain constantly. And it is just not good. And I know that there are other people out there that suffer far worse than I do. And I am so sorry for that. Okay, I'm tired of fighting that little top. My sister has MS, and now she's developed another disease where it's not an arthritis, but it pulls the ligaments in your hands, and it's got a long name, but it pulls in your hands and your muscles, and it pulled her hand up to where she couldn't use it, and it wasn't the muscular dystrophy or the muscular sclerosis. It was this other, it's called some kind of syndrome. And she had to have surgery on her hand the other day. And you have MS, Carla? Oh. I'm telling you what, girls, it makes me feel so blessed to have just what I have. I mean, it's not good. I have a lot of cramping and, I have a lot of pain, but it could be worse. It could be a lot worse. And so I feel blessed that I am where I am. And so of course, there are times when I sometimes wonder if it could get much worse, but oh yeah, well, I have arthritis, but and I have back problems. Diabetic. Yeah, so I know. I know. Oh. So you're taking care of a sick man, which I know how hard that is. Did it for 10 years. I know how hard that is. Extreme yes, we are. Well, that's because I just got kicked off. I had closed. And I would not doubt if my little one has not turned on the Tom's phone downstairs and got into the Wi-Fi. Because she knows all that stuff. So that may be what's going on. But I really, my husband was 7 years older than me. And, yeah, I took care of him for 10 years. He was sick. And 6 years of it going to dialysis. And he got to where he couldn't walk. And for a solid 6 months, I had to lift him every day. And he weighed 235 pounds and was 6'2". And, of course, when we had fluid on him, he weighed even more. And which is the reason why you go to dialysis, is keep the fluid down. And they wouldn't help. They wouldn't help lift him. I had to do it myself. And, so, and then, of course, I lifted him about 7 times a day. And that's, well, I married her when I was 18 years old. And he was the light of my life. There is no doubt about it. But I was blessed. With him, and I had 2 beautiful children, and, he was a good man. He made me a good living until he got sick. And, of course, then we had VA to fall back on, thankfully, but we had to get a divorce. The VA wasn't paying him enough for us to live on, and I couldn't work. because we couldn't get any assistance. Yeah, it's awful. So I couldn't work because it took, he needed a full-time caretaker, because once he started having those heart attacks, it was just doctor's appointment after doctor's appointment. He couldn't drive, couldn't see to drive. He had muscular degeneration. So I had to take him everywhere and do everything for him. And finally, we put everything in my name and filed for divorce. And it left him homeless. Let me tell you something about the VA. They pay homeless people very, very well. Our income doubled. And it makes me mad that you have to lie to the system, lie to have the system work. Oh, girls, I am absolutely ruining this cover. It just looks like crap. Yeah, well, we did that until my mother died in October, and Herb got real bad in November. He started having little strokes. And I told him, I said, I can't stand it for something to happen to you and not be married to you, because you are my husband and you always will be, but in name only, like it is. And I can't stand that. And he said, I can't either. So we remarried again on Thanksgiving, when all of his family was at our house. And then he died in February. But we didn't tell the VA. Tend to tell the VA. Yeah. And I just, it's just sad. It's just sad that you have to lie and do what you can to work the system, because they're not going to give it to you unless you do. And oh, Carla, thank you, honey. It's all right, because when you're fighting for the person you love, it's a whole different feeling. You just got to keep fighting. That's all there is to it. You just got to keep going. And so far, I've managed to keep going, even though it's not always easy. Thank you, honey. I can always. Yes, we did, and we had a beautiful ceremony. His brother, his sister's husband was minister, and he was able to perform the ceremony, and we got married with our boys standing up beside us. And yeah, it was a happy day. It was a very, very happy day. Even though it was sad that it was, we knew it was coming to an end. But, you feel these things. And, that's what we wanted. I told him I would be by his side until the day he said, I'm done, and he closes his eyes. And I was there. And he would have done the same thing for me. So, that's 10 years ago. It is sad and sweet, but it's, what was beautiful about it is when he decided he could no longer go. His attitude about going, he fought it for a long time. And then his attitude about dying changed. And, you know, he said, I've got work to do, Mom. And I said, you do? And he said, yes. He said, I want you to call my family. I said, okay. He said, you tell them I want to see them before I go. So I did, and they passed the word to all of his cousins. And, I mean, we had people streaming through the house. He knew every one of them. He had a message for every one of them. There wasn't a single person that didn't talk to him that didn't leave his side crying. That was his work, I guess. That was his work. And I don't know what all he told them, but I know that whatever it was touched him like nobody's business. And he lived 9 days after deciding to quit. And for those 9 days, there was people in and out, in and out, in and out. And he didn't take any pain pills. He said, I do not want to be knocked out. He said, I've got work to do. So he did it. And you know, he didn't act like he was in pain. He ate whatever he wanted to eat, which he hadn't been able to do for years. So, you know, everybody was just really babying him. And it was, we had one of our friends come out that actually played at his funeral. And he plays piano. And it was awesome. You know, he come out, and we actually had a little get together and party, and all of us sang, and he played the piano, and Herb just enjoyed it to no end. I mean, we kind of give him a little, you know, it wasn't all doom and gloom. We had enough of that without just doing it, you know. That anyway, that's getting it's a sad subject, and we shouldn't really, you know, go there and stay there. But anyway, it's what we do as women. It's what we do. We do what we have to do, and we're very good at it. And I have yet to see a man. I know a few that can, but I've yet to see a man that can handle it like a woman. I can tell you that. Just, you know, they don't, and seems like it's awful hard on them. I have spent this whole 2 hours trying to cover the front and back of this journal, girls, and I mean, tell you, I have made a mess out of it. I don't know if I'm going to have to go buy another one or not. I may have to recover it. But I mean, it's just bad. And I know that I need to get off of here, girls. I've got that appointment after a while, and I really need to get my shower, because I come up, you know, just as soon as I get my coffee in me, I come up here and do this. So, you know, I've got like my pajama bottoms on and a blouse on the top, because I didn't want to get completely dressed. So, anyway, I need to close this off, and that's good. That is good. You know, I'm not saying they can't, but they can't. You know, it's something that is hard for them to do. My husband could never stand for me to be sick. He would have had somebody in here. Well, I am glad that I finally got on, and I'm going to check and see if it's not my settings that's causing the pixelating, now that we got the buffering controlled a little bit. And maybe next time it'll be all good. So, I love you all, and I thank you all for coming. I don't have a lot of people that come to my live stream, but you know, I've been having quite a few views afterwards. And so that's okay, as long as they see it and they come in and they, you know, look and everything. I'm happy, and if it just stays like this, I'm happy with that too, because I love you girls. I really do. You're awesome, awesome people, and I'm so glad to have met you. So I finally got it on right at the last minute, but I better get down there and get cleaned up and go for this appointment here in a little while and get a little bite to eat. Love you too, Susan, and I'm so thankful for you, honey. So I will try to come back on tomorrow. Clara, I hadn't seen you in here. So glad you. And anyway, I'm going to try to come on tomorrow, and maybe I can get a little more stuff done and we can chat some more. And I know I don't turn my camera down and show you what I'm doing, but I do hold it up once in a while. You girls all know how to do this. So, you know, but that's what I'm doing. It's just covering this, and I don't even think I'm going to put lace around the front. I think I'm just going to leave it on the back, or around the back, I mean. I'm just going to leave it like that and let it be what it is and go from there. So, bye, y'all. Love you, love you, love you. And you have a good day.